The third and final dashboard included in financial management is the Accounting System Health Dashboard. Let's navigate to this screen and see how our accounting staff is performing. The purpose of the Accounting System Health Dashboard is to provide visibility into how some basic reconciliation items are being maintained in the system. Before financial statements can be relied on, balance sheet accounts must be reconciled. Therefore, we developed a reconciliation score to be a key indicator for you to know if your financial statements are reliable, or if they are at risk for any reason. I like to think of this reconciliation score as the credit score of your PROCAS system. A perfect 100% doesn't necessarily mean your financials are 100% accurate. However, it does mean your system is being routinely reconciled to outside sources. Therefore, the data is more reliable than if it were a lower score. In my dataset, I am currently sitting at an 84%, which leaves room for improvement, however, is pretty good in the grand scheme of my current year. Let's take a look at the 5 matrices that make up the overall reconciliation score. These will show me where my main issues lie and where I can fix them to improve my overall score. For each of these 5 tiles, I can toggle between viewing the data in either dollars or transactions to be reconciled. For the sake of this video, I am going to stick to dollars because my transaction volume is lower than my cash volume. Tile 1, Bank Reconciliations. Reconciling your cash accounts to an outside bank account is the first step in ensuring accurate financials. If your cash in the general ledger does not match what is in your bank account, then the foundation for any financial statement reporting is immediately in question. In this tile, you can see how much cash in our 1000 account is uncleared, about 2.65 million, compared to the total cash in this account, about 7.8 million. This means that about 34% of all cash recorded in our checking account is uncleared. This is broken down in the detailed graph below. For each accounting period in my set date range, I can hover over the orange bars to see the unreconciled amounts, the blue bars to see the total amounts, and the gray trend line to see the percentages unreconciled. If I want this information in a detailed report, all I have to do is select the top title to see all uncleared transactions for this date range. Using this data, I can jump into the accounting system to begin reconciling my 1000 account. All the tiles on this dashboard are consistent with how the graphs and reports appear and operate. If you have multiple accounts for any of the tiles, you can toggle between them at the top. Tiles 2 and 3, Subsequent Receipts and Payments. The AR and AP tiles go hand in hand with reconciling your accounting data. The biggest difference between the two is that AR links the money you receive from your clients to the sales journals created in the system for revenue, and AP links the money you pay to your vendors to the purchases journals created in the system for invoices. Using the automated payments and automated receipts menus in the accounting system should keep these processes in sync. However, if manual entries or adjustments are made, it is possible that the corresponding receivable or payable is not correctly linked to its original journal entry. If that is the case, you can use the graphs and reports to discover which payments or which receipts need to be linked. Similar to the bank reconciliation, these tiles will summarize in dollars or transactions with how much needs to be linked and what your current score is. Tile 4, Salaries Payable Reconciliation. Tying out how much labor is recorded in the system to how much you paid your employees is one of the most important functions of the monthly accounting cycle. Nobody wants to pay their employees incorrectly. Therefore, reconciling the salaries payable to your payroll system is pivotal to make sure this doesn't happen. If a mistake does happen and goes unchecked, there could be a snowball effect where your salaries payable is off for future months, which is a mess to untangle. A lot of times, this can lead to even more mistakes, which can be very costly to organizations. My salaries payable is currently reconciled at 100%. Therefore, there are no orange bars presented for me. If my account was not reconciled, this tile will display a minimum daily balance in orange to compare to my maximum daily balance in blue, which is then divided to give an average in gray. This tile is slightly different from the rest because companies can pay their employees at different times within their accounting periods. However, the data score can be read similarly, and a detailed report can be presented in the same manner as the other tiles. Tile 5, Accounting Periods Closed. The final tile is different from the previous 4 in the fact that we are not reconciling journal entry detail. In this tile, we are concerned with which periods have been closed from future editing. This is more of an audit risk assessment because its periods close, they should not be edited. Prior period adjustments should be recorded when they are recognized in the current period. There is no report to click on to view the details of the screen. You can see which periods are open in the graph below. Now that we've covered the 5 tiles that make up the overall reconciliation score, it is important to note that achieving a perfect score may not be realistic. You may have items that have not yet cleared the bank, new sales or receipts with which you are in the middle of creating entries, or multiple accounting periods open for edits as you go through the close process. The idea is to get your score to a state where it is as good as possible considering your circumstances. Thanks for taking the time to learn the Accounting System Health Dashboard. Follow along in the series to see what other dashboards we offer in management reporting.